This is devotional number 85, and this week we've been considering Psalm 121. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Jehovah, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Jehovah is thy keeper. Jehovah is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Jehovah shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Jehovah shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. We are looking at the last verse or two in this beautiful psalm, and a very comforting verse for the true child of God is Deuteronomy 31:6. It says, "Be strong and of good courage, fear not, nor be afraid of them. For Jehovah thy God, he it is that doth go with thee. He will not fail thee, nor forsake thee." And, we know this is true. God's word tells us that over and over again. And this verse in particular is a beautiful declaration of God's sovereign faithfulness and perfect integrity in not only guiding the child of God through this life, but all the way to glory. But we need to be reminded of this over and over again. And this is one of the purposes of the Bible, is to bring these things to our remembrance, because we have a tendency to forget. And so we need to be reminded constantly of these things. And it's a good thing that we're reminded of this as well. We also read in Philippians 1:6 this tremendous promise, being confident of this very thing, that he which hath begun a good work in you will perform it until the day of Jesus Christ. It's amazing how God has obligated himself to finish what he has begun by his eternal grace and love. And we know that love is the chief hallmark of the believer's life. As 1 Corinthians 13:7 asserts, love beareth all things, or charity beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things. And Mark 13:13b also expresses this same hope, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And we have to keep in mind that it's not because of anything we have or that we possess that we're able to endure, but it's that God causes us to endure. It's always done by his strength, by his mercy, by his grace. And of course, the Bible is replete with many, many promises that affirm this precious truth. We'll look at just a couple of them. One is Psalm 41:2. Jehovah will preserve him and keep him alive, and he shall be blessed upon the earth, and thou wilt not deliver him unto the will of his enemies. Here in this verse we see three promises. God will keep the believer alive according to his will physically, according to God's eternal purposes and will, as well as spiritually. He will also be spiritually blessed upon the earth, though not necessarily materially blessed. Lastly, God will not deliver the believer into the will or unto the will of his enemies. Also in Psalm 66:9, we read, which holdeth, speaking of God, our soul in life, and suffereth not our feet to be moved. And again, the feet, like the hand, have to do with the will of God. God keeps us. God holds us. God is the one that establishes and keeps the Christian soul and will not allow him to be harmed spiritually. As we've also learned earlier in this psalm, Psalm 121. In verse 8 of Psalm 121, we learn, Jehovah shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. We find in John 10, 6 through 11 in the New Testament a parallel passage. This parable spake Jesus unto them, but they understood not what things they were which he spake unto them. Then said Jesus unto them again, Verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. I am the door. By me if any man enter in, he shall be saved, and shall go in and out, and find pasture. The thief cometh not but for to steal, and to kill, and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. It's significant that the Greek word for pasture in verse 9 is related to the Greek word for law, which refers to the entire Bible that believers are to feed upon spiritually, as Luke 24:44 reveals. And he said unto them, These are the words which I spake unto you, while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled, which were written in the law of Moses, and in the prophets, and in the Psalms, concerning me. The last couple verses in Psalm 121, the Lord shall preserve thee from all evil, he shall preserve thy soul, Jehovah shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. We notice this phrase, from this time forth and even forevermore, in English, is also used in Psalm 113:2, which says, Blessed be the name of Jehovah from this time forth and forevermore. We also find it repeated in Psalm 115, verse 18. But we will bless Jehovah from this time forth and forever.
Oh, clap your hands, all you people, shout to God with a voice of triumph, for the Lord Most High is awesome. He is a great King over all the earth. Oh, clap your hands, all you people, shout to God with a voice of triumph, for the Lord Most High is awesome.